Hello and welcome back to the Minetrek.net game server. This will be an update for the Enterprise D build. So far so good. The rework is going. I've gotten through deck 4 done. Sort of, kind of. You'll have to forgive me. It's been a bit since I last recorded. Today, I think it's the 9th of March. Anyways, a lot's gone on, so if I've covered some of this stuff beforehand and, well, just forgive me. Anyways, I went ahead a while back and I talked about there was a turbo lift here and I wasn't going to move it because somebody put windows in the ship and I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to move it because I don't want to comps for these windows. Well, after some due thought and consideration, I realized that, yeah, these windows need to be here, so I need to move the turbo lift. So I did. And I did that over on the first attempt at build, which is still on the server. I'm still pulling decks off of it. It'll be a while before that's actually gone. Hopefully not too much longer, April coming around and stuff. Anyways, so I went ahead and replaced the window, put the window back, and got this turbo lift in here, and I think one of the videos we showed that it was all lined up and things like that, so yeah, I'm pretty sure we covered this part. Yay for us. Should be pumpkin lighting here, but there's not. Anyways, what I have done in the meantime is I've come through here, and I've been working on getting everything all tweaked out, set up, replacing some of the locations of things and setting things aside. Like right here is the sensor equipment systems for this big bad boy right here. It'll all feed into over here all the way around. These will be like little system rooms and things like that. The escape pods or landing pods or landing pods. Yeah, these are landing pods. Yay for us. No, these are escape pods. I'm kicking around. I had an idea for changing some things around, but I don't think I can actually do it. So I did it on some of the emergency lifeboats, and basically it is just different way of getting into them, so it's not such an issue. Anyways, yeah, this here is deck 2A, because this is deck 1A, so or 1B, whatever. 2A and deck 2B. This is the upper part of the cargo complex for the hangar. It's pretty tall. I mean, you can play basketball in here, I guess, stadium seating and all that and stuff. I don't know nothing. Anyways, I did copy over some of the material from the other build, but I also reset the floor. I had to. Sorry, guys. It's going to be a lot of extra work for you. But, yeah, I tried to keep some of the details, but for the most part, I had to part ways with the detail in order to address some of the issues. I needed to be able to see a white canvas sort of a thing. Anyways, yeah. This is all centered now, looking really good. So all the way from here to there, it's all centered, and you can fly through here, all the way centered to the side of the ship. So I'm pretty stoked about that. And if you look at the map, you can see how much cleaner this whole complex looks now. Everything. Let's get down on the ground here. I have cave mode on, so I shouldn't be doing that. Anyways, yeah. So it's a lot cleaner. And this is what I was talking about just a moment ago, about moving the doors for the lifeboats into a center column, so you can just come in here like this instead of having a door here, or a door here, a door there, a door there, a door there. You have 1, 2, 3 doors instead of 4 doors. Yeah. I took a lot of time centering these, putting them where they needed to be on the hull. And I'm pretty happy with the placement on them. I'm not going to move them. They're pretty ideally located. And if you traverse from here straight back, you'll see that these are in line. That is so much better looking. And you can see this hull is a lot nicer. There have been some issues with people adjusting the hull after we've set it, and I've had to reset the hull twice now, and I'm not looking forward to a third time. So just, you guys, hands off, please. Anyways, I went through and I inset the phaser strip. I put it in mainly because I needed to make sure that everything was working okay. And since the phaser strip's getting power from back here, it doesn't matter if it's sitting on the ground because all the systems for it will be back in here. And I ended up, instead of having a flat phaser array, I had to step it down a little bit. You guys can see how it looks now. It's kind of cool looking, actually. Each one of these is a different block. I'll show you over here. You'll be able to see it from the bottom side. But we come around here and stuff, it looks really nice. Now somebody mentioned, well, you gotta, it's because of this way this here is. If you look at these blocks here, how it gets kind of fat and skinny and so forth through here. Well, you gotta follow this exactly. No, the reason you don't follow the lines, the outer line here, and you stick to the inner circle, is because the phaser strip is uniform this way. If you stretch it to push it out to here, all the way around, you're going to make it's not going to be uniform any longer, and it won't fit the hole correctly. It'll look kind of off. You got to remember that we're working with Minecraft. We're not working with, it's square blocks, round holes, or rounded holes. This would all be slope if it was an actual ship. It wouldn't be this, 1 meter high block stair stepping stuff. So this would all be a smooth slope down. So that smooth slope down, this wouldn't matter. So if you look at it this way here, and just assume that it just keeps sloping down, where the phaser strip is located is perfect because it's symmetrical, and that's what we want. Now if we stretch it out, it's going to get odd shaped, and it'll just become a real eyesore. And so the way it's in the ship is the way it's supposed to be. So please don't change it again. I do not want to have to come back through here and fix it a second time. So please don't tweak the phaser strip. Period. You can see the pattern here. This is because it's raised, but this pattern here is actually reversed right up here. So, but yeah, it flies along through here. It looks really nice. I don't know who originally set this design up, but it's a pretty nifty design. So I went ahead and make sure we got it going again. I took a little bit of work to horseshoe this, set it up for back here and stuff, but I got it in. I'm pretty happy. This is the transporter thing. I had to adjust it a little bit for this hull and stuff. Yeah, so that's all been done. But the hangar deck, it's a pretty big hangar deck. I think it's actually slightly larger than in the previous build attempt. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. I mean, I should go through some of the changes here. Before, the turbo lift went straight up to the edge here, then went around all the way around to here. Of course, I've changed that, so now the corridor comes here, and the turbo lift does this little elbow shape. It's a lot cleaner. It gives us access to this area here. It doesn't waste space, which is a big godsend. So we have this big open area here. It can be whatever we want it to be, or whatever the guys decide it to be. And instead of going up along this edge here and then coming straight over, I went ahead and followed it. You can see it looks a little kind of funky in the Dynamap, so I'm going to probably end up fixing that, adjusting that. Come to think of it, I'm going to go ahead and drop sand here so that I know I have it. Let's do the inside. Yeah. Come on. Drop you. Yeah, wrong one. So what'll happen is I'll come back and I'll change this line to match this curve a little bit better so it doesn't get so flat looking right there. That's something I should have done originally, but I didn't do it. So yeah, no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to fix that. That'll be a fix. So then I'll have to move this over. What the heck? Oh, okay. I thought I was being helped again. Yeah. Okay, no big deal. This was added in, and because it was added in, it sort of kind of changes the, yeah. So, oops, that gave me a heart stopper right there. It's like, God darn it, I don't want to have to fix something else. But yeah, I tell you, it looks a lot nicer because, let's get down in here and you can see it. The wishbone for the turbo lift is a lot cleaner. It's uniform on both sides. That means this lift is in the same location as this lift. Yay, we're going really fast. And that really helps out quite a bit. Of course, it's going to mean every deck that from deck 5 all the way down now is going to have to make sure that it's all adjusted for it as well, but it will be. Because what I'm doing is I'll do the front half of the ship and then flip it and do what I have to do to modify it for the aft section of the ship, i.e. add in the parts for like the turbo lifts, the impulse engines, and all that other stuff that are on the aft section of the ship. We did manage to get a little turbo lift, a pretty little transporter pad in here. Yeah. I don't know where the equipment for it's going to go. Probably somewhere. Probably on the deck below it someplace. And this is a lift that'll be here. So yeah, I'll probably put the equipment for this underneath of it here on deck 5 someplace. Yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. Let me out. Come on, darn it. Fly. Ugh. I tell you, going fast sometimes is a real difficult thing to do. But coming through here, I reworked this section quite a bit. And if you can see on the Dynamap, not the Dynamap, but on the map program there. Actually, I think I can do this real quick. Oops, the wrong button. Let's try this one. There we go. It looks a lot cleaner. Everything's centered properly now. Everything looks more pristine. It doesn't have all the issues that plagued it beforehand, where things weren't lining up and they were just kind of off looking. We did correct it originally, Panic and I did, and then having to come back through and rework it again, using what we learned from that experience, really helped out. And if you look, it looks pretty darn good. Just coming through here like this, you get a good feel for it. So I'm going to turn that off. This required some horseshoeing to fit in. This is where the parts for the runabouts, the modules for the runabouts, are stored. Originally this door was moved once before, and then it was moved again. And for this build, I moved it to here, which is actually a few blocks further back than it was after the second modification. But this door that was right here was, believe it or not, right here. And I decided, well, there's no reason for it to be so far back. I went ahead and moved it forward. I put it in the best place for it, and I think it looks pretty good there. And what I did is I modified this center area. Turbo lift was facing this way. Now it faces this way into this corridor, and this corridor feeds into both the open bay as well as the sealed bay via these nifty little airlock things. So that's just one problem solved. Plus, I was able to find room to put a bathroom in here. I really didn't change anything up here from the revision work, so I don't understand some. Oh, it's because this is actually this is the part I'm working on, and I brought this part over to get the full center section console, whatever you want to call it, in line. And when I reset this deck, I reset all of this right here to wool, so that's why. I left the big lift door, big lift hole in, because obviously I need to know where that's at. As far as the center island goes, all I did here is I made sure that this room is equal size to this room. Beforehand, this room was one block too large, so it was causing me issues back on this end, and I couldn't figure out what it was, and I was just sort of looking at it. I was like, oh, they don't match up. Well, they still don't match up. Yes, they do. They match up now. Just I don't have a yellow block there, and I don't have one there. But that's the only differences. But now they're all pretty uniform, which is pretty neat. This I don't know what that is. I think it's part of an old lift system, so I'll probably You know what? I'm going to go ahead and do it right now. Just while I'm thinking about it, I'm here. Just go ahead and get rid of that. They can come back through and put it in themselves later on, but for right now it doesn't need to be there, so go ahead and get rid of it. Obviously this pattern is incorrect. I just went ahead and reset it while I was working on it. You can see the difference here. On this side they have a different pattern. Over here it's just wool, and over here it's just all this nice looking floor block in yellow. I apologize, guys, you're just going to have to rework it all. I do apologize for all the extra work, but we're all in on it. So if we'd have done it right the first time, we wouldn't have to worry about doing it a second, third, fourth, fifth time. So yeah, here's hoping we don't have to keep reinventing the wheel, but every time we do get it a little bit better. So I'm pretty stoked that we got to rework this area, because I was able to address a lot of things that were really bugging me with the hangar. And that number one thing that really drove me nuts, and I didn't realize just how much nuts it was, is that these corridors weren't properly centered on the center of the ship. Beforehand, this one, believe it or not, was one too far forward, which is causing this to be either too short or too long. And same thing with up here was another issue. But by being able to, now you can see they're only 3 wide through here, so this one obviously has a bit more room on the catwalk than this one over here will have. I'll have to address that, to be honest with you. I'll probably, yeah, I don't know how I'm going to address that. I should address that sooner rather than later, because this is too thick. I think this one actually has to come back, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it does. This section has to come back. So, well, screw it. Let's do it right now. Let's do it live. We're doing it live, folks. Doing it live. And you. And all this is glass. That's that. Glass. It's probably prismarine, but who knows. You go there. You go there. You go there. And it would be you. Oh, sure. Come on. Stop stressing me out. Get in there. Yay for us. There it goes. And, you will respect my authority. You'll respect the spade, or you'll be smacked by it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And this is just straight across here. Come on. I'll pay more attention to it here in a bit once I'm done recording, but I figure what the hey, you get to do something on here real quick and kind of showcase what's going on and stuff. But yeah, I'll spend more time. I'll polish this up so that it's not so much of a issue. But yeah, this is kind of what I've been doing, really, to be honest with you. I've just been kind of going along here doing this kind of stuff. And I'm not really sure why there's a catwalk up here, if there isn't one on the aft bay. But yeah, it's kind of one of those odd things. It really is kind of odd, to be honest with you. Not sure, but I keep hearing there's like a vacuum sound. I don't know where it's coming from. What if my fan's going out on my computer or something? 2, 3. Then it's 4. This one has 4. Oh my gosh. Definitely going to have to pay attention to this. I don't want to get too far into it until I figure out what's going on here, but I definitely want to fix this. This is an alignment issue, obviously. Okay, this one's got to go back. Okay, that's why that's okay. Yeah, this section here has to come back by 1 because obviously, I'm a moron. I'm a moron. Okay, this one's the issue. So, because I shortened the deck, if we come down into the corridor, see? Yeah. So, well, I should leave that double wide. If I do that, then somebody will come along here and make this turbo lift a double wide door turbo lift. No. So what I'll do is I'll highlight. Well, let's actually do it from right here. Oh well, we'll fix it. We'll fix it in post. That's what we'll do. And you know what? I'm going to worry about this after I've done recording because I'm going to need my wits about me, and I don't want to be doing this and trying to talk and explain what I'm doing because if I do, I'll probably screw it up and look like crap, and I'll be like beating myself against the keyboard, trying to face palm it there. But yeah, whatever. I'll come back to that. I'll come back to that real shortly. I can tell you what else are we doing. We're not really doing much else through here. I can say that. Yeah, I think I pretty much toured the whole ship, what we've got going on so far. It's looking pretty good. Let's go see what Blue Phobes is up to. TP Blue. Wow. What's this? This is interesting. What you doing, Blue? This is colorful. Half this deck is done. Huh. Neo. What is it? Looks like a cruise ship. Oh, it is a cruise ship. Is this the... I've seen these kind of ships in STO, kind of like this one here in STO. I really couldn't tell you. I think it was a RISA um, summer event or spring event, RISA reward ship. It was before before I really started playing STO. Basically, it's a cruise liner with a warp engine on it, but this one just looks like a cruise ship. The SS Bluephobia. So yeah, I guess Blue and all of his phobians, his fans, his Bluephobians, are gonna take a cruise. Look pretty cool looking, I'd say. I mean, it's a good project. Wow, damn dudes, you guys have been busy. This is pretty nifty looking, guys. Yeah, you know, I gotta tell you, that's one thing I really love about Minecraft is you can do things like this in it, and you can have a huge cruise ship. You know, I don't know if any of you have ever taken a cruise or not, but yeah, those are big ass ships or boats. But yeah, this is kind of neat. Oh darn, looks like Windows is giving me some issues here. You, I don't have Windows 10 installed, and the installer for Windows 10, I keep turning it off because it's a resource hog and a half. And at times, when you turn it off, it likes to restart itself. And when it restarts itself, it 100% CPU use. It takes up like 4 gigs of RAM. It's just really bad. And I can't trust Windows 10 to install it because I've had too many issues installing it on other systems where the USB ports stop responding. And no matter what you do, reinstall driver because you have to use an old PS2 keyboard, assuming the motherboard even has the PS2 connector. Fortunately, my two do, and you have to Alt-Tab and keystroke into the system settings and delete the USB host and all that other stuff, and nothing works. Nothing works. In fact, there's a very long ongoing tech issue at the Microsoft forums about it, and Microsoft refuses to do anything about it. And when you have two separate motherboards affected by the same problem, motherboard companies with multiple motherboards being affected by it, it's not them, it's Microsoft. And it's a Microsoft issue. It's for some reason it turns off the USB ports, and no matter what you do, you can't get them turned back on. You have to roll your system back to previous Windows 8 or Windows 7. It's a real drag, and that's one of the reasons why it keeps causing me problems, because I haven't installed it again yet. It's there, and I know I could uninstall the update, but at some point I am going to have to migrate to Windows 10, so I figure might as well have it on the system ready to go, and maybe they'll fix the problem before June, maybe not, but if it doesn't get fixed before June 1st, I might just choose to stick with Windows, and at which point I'll dump Windows 10 and just keep Windows 7. So yeah, I could upgrade and then get the key, but before it can validate, it shuts off my LAN. My LAN drivers stop responding, so I can't even get it to validate so I can get the key. So if I wanted to install Windows 10 on the system later, I could, do it. But yeah, it's a real drag. So let's go ahead and go back to the Enterprise D. And let's finish up here real quick, guys. I can tell you the build is progressing. The rebuild is progressing, and I got my fingers crossed that it'll continue to go well. It's a lot of work. Obviously, there's some things that I missed that I got to go ahead and address right now, which I will do. And I do appreciate you taking the time to watch. Again, this is the Minetrek.net game server. If you'd hit the like button for me, I'd greatly appreciate it. If you'd like us on the Facebook page, that would be greatly appreciated. If you'd like to donate to the server, there's a link to the GoFundMe page. And all funds help Ben Heller keep the server up and running smooth. Anyways, thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye-bye.